OldManTup was meditating before this match. Out of nowhere, an annoying voice emerged. This is the altercation that ensued.
We're gonna win. We're gonna win!
You're gonna lose. You stink. You're gonna lose.
Got him!
Welcome back, Buck2 Buckos. OldManTup coming at you today with our Week 2 match for Season 6 versus Battler X for Bad Whammy and Milwaukee Sawsbucks. This will be the second time in GBA history these two teams meet, and last time it was not in our favor, which Battler X and Steve are very fond of reminding us of. So we're going to try and make this one go a little bit differently. Throwing out thank yous right off the bat because I always forget. Thank you to Bulky Cotton Candy and the Black Snorlax for joining my team. It was a team effort. I needed a little bit from each person, so thank you very much on that. Thank you to Juancito Marvel, the man, the myth, the legend, who I played in the PPL, if you remember the name. He recorded our battle for us, and he did it super quick on almost no notice, as well as the Jenners. And we want to thank Ezek for the fantastic artwork he does in the GBA. So, aside from that, let's dive into the team preview here. And as you can see, the team we did in the team builder that got posted yesterday, fun stuff. Now, we see that Hariyama, and immediately that's a threat to my team. I need to be careful and watch what I can do. Not really, unless it sets up on us, not much it can do to one-shot Mega Pidgeot, and that is the only thing on our team that really comes in and one-shots it right off the bat. So we have to be very mindful of that. Heatran, Golbat, Heliolisk, Sandslash, and Mega Slowbro, regular Slowbro. He didn't bring Mega Pinsir, which we kind of thought was going to happen. He didn't bring Florges, which we kind of thought was going to happen. So we more or less figured out what he was going to bring. Now we just have to work around the threats that he did bring. So if you guys are excited for Week 2 of the GBA, go ahead and give us a big R. Alright, so let's jump into this battle. And we're going to see everything that happens. We're going to be pausing and going here to explain some things as we go. But if you haven't checked out Battler X, he uploads all his videos over on Pokemon Trainer Steve. Link will be in the description to that, as well as the GBA Shirt Shop. GBA Shirt Shop, your one-stop shop for all your GBA shirt needs. And you can buy Pirattata gear there, and it directly benefits Pittsburgh Pirattatas and Pirattata Pride everywhere. So we're going to leave with Frostlass because I figured it was the best matchup against what he would probably lead on. So he's going to bring out the Slowbro. And we're going to go for the Shadow Ball. Now let me explain to you what this is. It's a super effective crit. Slowbro is going to faint, and I don't like how Windows 10 makes it dark when you pause, but that's not what we're going to talk about right now. Now let me explain to you the magnitude of this crit, no pun intended. The magnitude of this crit. I'm timid, so I am not modest. So I pretty much got a max roll crit turn 1, which is extremely unfortunate for Battler X. But in the fashion of a rivalry match, I'm afraid I have to take a page out of his playbook and now that we've got that out of our system, let's continue the battle. But that was huge right away because that is one of his probably 2 answers to Excadrill gone right off the bat. That preserves our Sash. We see that we're faster here, and we're going to Ice Beam. I didn't think he would come in if he was Scarfed, and he's going to go for the Surf here, predicting our switch, and that does half. So I know if he's going to Volt Switch out or Thunderbolt the next turn, that'll be enough to take us out. We're going to go for the Destiny Bond here, and Smexy Vexy in its first week in gets a Curse Body. Little wink from last week on that one. And is going to take out 2 Pokemon with it at the very beginning of the match. So we're up early, 5-4, 2 Pokemon now. We're going to bring out Cinnamon, because even if he brings in Sandslash, all we have to do is switch out here. He's going to hard switch out, probably predicting us to switch, or predicting the Will-O-Wisp and or Heat Wave, and we just switch out ourselves. We're going to go into Hippowdon because Hippowdon straight up walls the Sand Slash. Now, this is going to get the Sandstorm going up, and he's going to switch out here. If he switches out into Sand Slash, we know he is the Sand Rush variant, and that is what he goes into, so we immediately have to worry about this thing setting up in our face. I set up the Stealth Rocks. I thought he would be fearing the Roar here, so I switch out into Jalapeno. I thought he would just spin the rocks away, but he is not going to do that. He's going to set up the Sword Stance, which is something we talked about in our team builder. Now, this is really scary. He has about a 98% chance to one-shot us with Sword Stance if he's adamant with X Scissor. So, he gets that. Jalapeno goes down for virtually nothing. I should have just kept Winston in and stopped this thing from setting up. But we are going to win the Cinnamon. He isn't sure whether or not he can. He does stay in. What am I thinking? I'm a few turns ahead. And we're going to go right back out into Winston, baiting the Stone Edge to see what he has. And he is going to go for that. And even after the SD, that's resisted, and Winston's going to eat that up. And we see that he's got the Life Orb. We noticed that a couple of turns ago. We're going to talk about it now. And he's going to Earthquake. That's not going to be enough to take us out. And we're going to be able to get off an Earthquake of our own. I did the damage calcs, and I thought about slacking off there, but I knew he was going to do well over 50%. And I wanted to get the damage from the Earthquake as opposed to just racking up the Life Orb damage. So Winston's going to go down here. Evaluating what he has on his team, I don't really need the speed from the sand. And he's at a point now where Freddy Krueger can come out and just... I have to go for the Earthquake here because if I overpredict and don't kill it, that's bad news bears. So he's going to go into Golbat, and Golbat's going to take huge damage from those rocks. And Earthquake's going to go off there. I'm going to go for the Rock Slide because I know that's going to do a decent amount of damage, possibly get the flinch, and I'm going to see what kind of set he is. He's just going to Whirlwind here. Even if he was the Heat Wave, which I believe he was, he told me after the match, we would have been able to take at least one of those. So it knocks us out into Cinnamon, which is really good for us. And he's going to bring Sand Slash out here. And at that point, we had to go for the Thunderbolt. There was no getting cheeky, because if we mispredicted, that could have been super bad. So he's going to Earthquake, predicting us to switch out like we did the last time. And we're going to get the Overheat off, and Rotom Heat is going to take down this Sand Slash. And Sand Slash is taking the Dirt Nap, sleeping with the fishes. Clunk, gone. Now Heatran's going to come out here, and I haven't seen this yet. I see there's no Air Balloon, which makes me happy. I'm going to Thunderbolt here to see what kind of damage I can do. That does just a little under 25%. So he's going to set up the rocks, which is going to make it a little bit easier for him to take out Mega Pidgeot later in the match. And we're just going to stay in and continue Thunderbolting because I don't want him setting up subs in my face. I haven't seen enough of his set yet to know whether or not he is running the sub. And considering he's getting leftovers, Steve likes to run the subset, so I'm really worried he's going to set up a sub on me, and that'll be bad news bears. So we're just going to continue going for the Thunderbolt, trying to take this thing out, and he's going to reveal the Toxic here. And that's perfectly fine with me. I'm going to Thunderbolt until I die. So we're going to stay in with this, and we're just going to continue to Thunderbolt. He's going to Lava Plume. I kept toying with the idea that I wanted to Volt Switch out here, but then he continues to go for attacks, and I don't want anything to get burnt on a switch in, and that'd be bad. So he, again, continues to go for the Lava Plume, and we're just Thunderbolting because we're slowly whittling this thing down, which is going to guarantee, no matter how especially defensive he is, a hidden power ground from Mega Pidgeot will go down later. So he's going to switch out Hariyama here, and I was so close to clicking Volt Switch this turn, which would have just sealed the deal. It's going to go for the Thunderbolt, and Hariyama, that's still doing good damage, and we're going to get unlucky this turn and paralyze it. Why am I saying that's unlucky? Because he's Guts. So that's going to further boost his attack, which is bad because he's got priority, and now he's setting up the Belly Drum. That is no good. And when he goes for the Belly Drum, we haven't seen an item yet, so we're thinking he's probably the Citrus Berry, and that pops right here. So there goes the citrus berry. We're going to just survive enough that the poison isn't going to take us down, but bullet punch is going to take us down, even though we quad resist it. After the guts boost and the belly drum, going to take us down any day of the week. But now we have the opportunity to bring in Kruger, the Excadrill, who is just going to take this thing down. Bullet punch, unless he super crits, is not going to kill us ever, and we're going to be able to just get off the earthquake, and that's going to take out this Hariyama. Max attack, life orb is just bueno, and going to take this thing out forever. So Golbat's going to come out here, and we're going to take this thing out unless we miss a rock slide. And we don't leave that option available. We just go for the Iron Head because we know it's going to take it out in any universe all the time. He's only got one Pokemon left, and that is his Heatran, and we're sitting at the range. We know he's not Scarfed. He is going to go down to the Earthquake, and that is going to leave us, like I said, in Life Orb recoil range. And that's going to let Excadrill go down last turn, which gives Battler X the 1-0, or gives us the 1-0 over Battler X, and that is bueno. So good game, Battler X. That was very intense. Even after the turn 1 crit, you played admirably, but again, I am obligated to pour salt into the wound and steal your victory dance. So alright, Bucktooth Buckos, let's see some hashtag Raise It for Raise the Jolly Roger for winning that victory. We are 2-0. The first time in GBA history we've won back-to-back games, as sad as that sounds. The first time in GBA history we've won a division match. So alright guys, if you're excited for that, hit that like button. Leave some comments down below about how you thought we performed this week and who you thought the team MVP was. Excadrill pretty much coming at the end there, getting a sweep. The mini sweep, the 3 Pokemon going down in a row at the end is going to seal it for me. Mega Pidgeot sitting the bench, even though we brought him this week. So alright guys, this is OldManTup, and we will catch you on the flip side. Peace.